Hello, my fiery Sagittarius. My name is Gypsy Knight, and I'm here to do your reading for mid-November 2018. I am still fairly new to YouTube, actually very, very new. I currently read for athletes and musicians, and with some encouragement from a friend who thought I should share my light with the world. I am appearing now on YouTube. So thank you so much for having me. Thank you for allowing me to read and be a part of your spiritual journey. And let's see. So this is for Sagittarius, just again, sun, moon, and rising. Now, this is a general reading. It's not going to apply to everybody. So take what resonates, and leave what doesn't. Also, I know a lot of readers read for love only, which is beautiful. We all need that. One of my favorite subjects. However, I am here to read about your career, your business, and your self-love, and things you're passionate about, and things that make life worth living, okay? So, again, if this doesn't resonate, you can see your moon sign or your rising sign, and sometimes even your Venus, if you feel like these don't really apply to you. Or if you want a personal reading, I'll leave my information below and you can contact me there as well. Also, cross watchers, if you're watching, then I'm so glad to have you. Thank you for coming to the channel. I also think it's fantastic that you guys are being proactive in your interpersonal relationships with those who are around you, so that you can understand maybe or get some insight on what they're going through. That way you can respond to them rather than reacting, and it makes this journey we're on a little bit smoother, and it allows you to be more compassionate as well. So enough for the lecture, right? Let me say real quick, for those that have gotten personal readings from me before, thank you so much. For those that donate or will be donating, thank you too. I appreciate that. Your likes, your shares, your subscribes. And again, I also appreciate your patience while you are working with me as I venture out on the World Wide Web. Very terrifying for me. So this is a personal battle that you get to see unfold live in front of you. So let's see. I made some side notes, so I'm cheating a little bit. So okay, let's go ahead and get started. If I forgot anything, I'll just try to see if I can remember later on. Okay, I have shuffled, meditated on your cards. I spend quite a bit of time doing that. I know there's a lot that like to see this on film, but I don't do it that way because I want to make sure that I really dig deep into your guys' soul, and I don't want this to be rushed, and I really want to give it, everybody's different and every sign's different, and I want to give it the time that you deserve to do the best job that I possibly can and allow my spirit guides to speak through me. So thank you again for having me, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I do a Celtic cross spread because I feel like it's very in-depth. Also, I use the Lux by Ciro Marchetti. These are from Italy. They're beautiful cards. So just to give you just a little close-up about the cards. So there you go, okay? Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Okay. And again, I'm referring to notes because when I meditate, I take a lot of notes, and if I have things that come to me through spirit, I jot them down, but I want to make sure that I relay them to you, okay? So thank you again for being so patient. Love my Sagittarius. You guys are a fun bunch. Okay, so now, this is a signifier card, and so this is just you, Temperance. This is your energy. This is a major arcana. Sorry about that. I'll do my best to show it to you up front. You guys are about fire and water, and you guys are very spiritual in your beings. You're also very kind and nurturing to animals. It's another good quality about Sagittarius that I love so much. You're so free-spirited, and that's so wonderful. But according to the cards, you guys have been struggling. What's been going on? Let's see. So I have the Eight of Swords, and I have this reversed. Now, this suggests that you guys have been going through some type of struggle where you have felt imprisoned in your life at this moment in your life. So this is what you're currently going through, okay? You guys, you know, it just, her hands are bound, she's blindfolded by, you know, maybe justice isn't coming quick enough, or she feels like there's an injustice in her relationship, him or her. You know, I talk about masculine and feminine energies, and this can apply to anybody. It doesn't have to be male or female specific, okay, guys? So this just shows you guys are coming out of a very mentally challenging, chaotic, confused state of mind, but you're releasing it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get to why maybe, you know, this is going on. And I have the Nine of Coins reversed, and this is what's crossing you. This is what's influencing you at this particular moment, okay? And so this suggests that you have been focused on maybe the wrong things. You've been focusing on your materialistic things that you believe bring you happiness. You believe that, you know, maybe your life should look a certain way, or by social standards, you guys are being influenced of how you think perfection is, or keeping up with the Joneses, so to speak. This is you guys right here, and you guys, that's a lot of stress sometimes. That's a lot of pressure. And sometimes trying to keep up with the Joneses, it doesn't really bring any happiness ever. Because you guys don't focus on what everybody else's life looks like. You know, if you're on Facebook or social media and it looks like your friends, you know, are having the cars and the home and the family and everything looks perfect, that's not usually the case. Most people put their best foot forward. And if we focus on that and focus on our lack and what we don't have in our lives, it's going to keep us miserable. We're never going to break from this mental exhaustion, this lack of sleep, this anxiety, this constant confusion of thoughts and imbalance in our life. And you know, maybe it causes you to be short-tempered or sharp with your tongue, or say things maybe you don't mean to those you love, you know. Again, this is probably causing you to react to a lot of situations that you probably, as most, are better at responding at. But right now, you guys have just been up in your head. But they're showing some in your cards of some type of release of this situation. Now, again, let me go to my notes. So also with the Nine of Pentacles, this suggests you guys do have a lot to be grateful for. Naturally, you guys are carefree and spirited, but you're focusing on the money. I know that brings security, and you guys need that. You know, although you're very free-spirited, a lot of you guys do like that security, the financial security, and the very, you guys love all things beauty, right? So money seems to buy those things, right? And maybe you're looking at all the beautiful things you feel like your friends are having and that you're not possessing. But don't be fooled by all of that, okay? Because it's not helping you at all. In fact, it's stressing you out, and it's making you very sick, or tired, or worn out, okay? And thus, it's spreading and being toxic to all those around you, okay? Now, below this is the King of Wands. This is another fire sign like yourself. This could be a Leo, a Sag, or a Leo, Sag, bear with me, another fire sign. Aries, There we go. Okay, the Emperor. Or this could just be a hot-tempered man. Usually kings represent a man or a male figure in your life, sometimes a father figure, or a man in an authoritative position. So even could be a boss where maybe you're not seeing eye to eye, it's stressing you out, you guys are having this, you're having miscommunication issues, maybe he's quick-tempered, he or she, again, it's just the energy, more masculine energy. This is a hothead. This person has a quick temper, very fiery temper, and this could even, be you, but based on where it's at, it's in your past, and this guy, it's been a lot of the upheaval too, a lot of the mental stress and anguish that you've been having here. And it could even relate, to money. Maybe this is going south, and so you're not seeing all the good you have, because all you're seeing is like the arguments or the conflict, or these, if both of you guys are fiery personality, watch out. That could get pretty intense. Okay, so that could definitely cause you a lot of stress, especially when there's all that negativity going on. But this is in your past. Now, this is below you in this spread, and then in your distant past, this is the Nine of Cups, and it's upright. And this suggests that, let me get closer right here. This suggests that, you have obtained luxury of some sort. Maybe you have a lot to be grateful for. Maybe you have a lot of beautiful things. However, maybe you don't believe that they are this picture of perfection. Maybe you have a really nice car, but it's not a Mercedes or a Ferrari or a designer car that you want, but maybe it's nice, maybe it's paid off, maybe it runs just fine, something to that extent that you're not recognizing the blessings. You're seeing your lack versus what you do have. And so you've had this because this is in your distant past. It's what's behind you in your reading right here. And maybe you've had emotional fulfillment, maybe until this character, or a situation similar to this, your quarrels that you've been having with people, maybe it's at work, maybe at home, so this is emotional fulfillment, this is spiritual fulfillment, and it's in your past, so maybe you've had it, and maybe now you're failing to recognize it, because you're focusing more on the material versus the spiritual side of things. Now, what's crowning your thoughts? And at the top is the Lovers. And people think this is, a lot of tarot readers, this is about love usually. It's about lovers. It's also about temptation. I see it as duality and taking a chance. Making a choice. Apologies. This is... Sometimes this is virtue versus your values. You're making a decision which one. Maybe this is what you've been thinking about, Maybe you've been trying to decide on a big decision you've been trying to make. Either between lovers or something you love. It could be a passion, a job, anything. There's this is a major decision that you're gonna have to weigh the pros and cons to see if it's worth having in your life, or at what cost to your emotional happiness is this having on you? Whatever two decisions or dualities that you're trying to choose between two, how they're really affecting your life, and if it's going to provide you this emotional fulfillment that you need to obtain again, that you've had before but you're not recognizing. Okay. Now in your, let's see, bear with me just a second. Now in your immediate future, there is a Queen of Cups coming in, and this is a very nurturing energy. This could be a water sign. It could be a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. I should know that, right? Let's see. And this person could be you. in a sense. Like you could have a lot of this. I know you're a fire sign, but this is a great mother. This is a great wife. This lady is well liked by all. I know you Sages are very popular amongst your friends. Every Sag I've been around has just been a blast. So this could be you, or this could be someone who's a good counselor. Maybe your mom. Maybe you're going through some tough things and you need to depend on someone that's a little mother-like to maybe help you make a decision or get to the root of things, or why things are, or maybe she just gets you away just long enough to take you out of that mental anguish, and so you can just enjoy life. This could be a friend, a close friend, to go have coffee with, to spend some time with, to just kind of put all the keeping up with the Joneses type of energy, to bed for a little bit at least, okay? Until you can find your pure joy again. But this is a loving, nurturing card. This must be someone either that's in your life or coming into your life to help you with this situation, okay? Now, where you're at in your apprehensions and your fears is the moon sign. And the moon is a major arcana, which is a major life changes. And this one's about, duality as well. It's about secrets. It's about our shadow selves and who we hide at night when we are not, the personality that we have, or the traits we have that we try to suppress, that no one sees. This really confirms the rest of your cards that you are going through quite a state of emotional confusion. A lot. Let's see. Again, give me just a second. Okay, so this card can represent our deepest emotions, or our deepest thoughts, and our deepest fears even. And this is a period of time. Now this is it's of course in your future. Maybe you might be feeling a lot of this energy right now, but it's a very emotional period for you. And when we go through a lot of emotional pain, it's so we can grow. And there's a lesson here we need to learn as human beings. And I think this is just making you really pay attention to something. Emotions really make you do that, They really bring to light our problems, or what we're struggling with, or what serves us and what doesn't, okay? And so, also, if you're thinking about taking a very risky move, either in a job, to leave a job, or in a relationship, or making a big decision at the time that it's risky, this card reverse suggests it's not a good time to do that. Because there are still secrets and information that hasn't been illuminated yet, that's still hidden on someone else's part, that you really need to know before making that decision, okay? That's what Spirit told me when I was meditating on your cards, and I made note of it, so I wanted to make sure I relayed that to you guys, so be very cautious at this time. This is not a good time, okay? Be patient too. I know it's hard. It's hard to sit in these tough times and these emotions and this turmoil that you must be going through, okay? It's never easy, but this is all a growth period, because our greatest pain, just like a pregnancy, for example, the labor pains right before it gives birth to something new and new life is the time we struggle the most, okay? So just be very cautious if there's a risky decision that you are wanting to make, maybe out of emotion versus out of logic, but you don't have all the details right now, this card suggests, to make the appropriate decision yet. You don't have all the evidence, okay? And now above that, in how others view you, or how maybe is a justice card, okay? So maybe you're wanting some type of justice. You're wanting something that has been unfair to be made fair. And again, if you make this decision right here, this is coming, okay? So if this has been an unfair time for you, or you feel like things have been unjust or unfair, it's coming, okay? You just have to be patient and let karma and the universe take its course and play out like it's meant to be in divine timing. Okay, don't do anything, irrational. Don't do anything. Don't react. Try not to react. Try to respond to everything that's being thrown at you at this time, although it might not seem fair. Take the higher road, because everything will work out. But if you don't heed with caution, then this won't. If you try to, get justice for yourself, this won't come, and you're only going to make things worse, and you're not going to get through this period. Okay. Now, let's see. So above that, in your hopes and wishes, you are this could be you. This could be an energy coming in your life. This is a Page of Swords. So this is a feminine energy. It could usually represent a woman, an air sign sometimes. If that's your thing, if you guys like to know the zodiac signs to these. So this could be air, which is Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Okay. And this is person that is a fighter, right? This person is very good with the sword, very swift to take action, quick to judge, quick to fight. However, this is a Page of Swords, so it's a very young, inexperienced person that doesn't have all the wisdom yet. You might have the knowledge, but you don't have the wisdom yet, and be too quick to react. Again, I think that goes with this card and the warning from the moon here being reversed about taking action. This person can be confrontational, and this person needs to learn self-control and not be too swift when it comes to taking some type of action, whether it's based on an injustice or how someone made them feel. Proceed with caution on this card. If you're a male, for example, and you're curious about love, this could be a woman that has this qualities, who has a very sharp tongue, who's very intelligent, sharp mind, but quick to defend herself, and use words. Some words can cut like a sword, and so that's this page right here, guys. Okay, so just whatever you're going through, whatever unjust you're feeling, be patient. It's all gonna work out. The Justice card shows that it's gonna work in your favor. And if you've been taking the right steps, karma's gonna come back to those who have wronged you. Or this card could either be your karma or your dharma. Have you been doing what have you been taking the higher road? Have you been doing what you've needed to do? Okay, and justice will be served accordingly. So if you've been doing everything right and you've been things have been unjust and unfair for you, balance is coming. Okay, so let that give you a little bit of hope there. Okay, I know this is a long period of confusion and mental anguish and emotional anguish right now. Okay, but it's all gonna play out. So in your final outcome position, I have the Ten of Cups reversed, and this suggests that maybe there is some discord at home. The 10 is also ending of a cycle. So you're coming out of something, guys. Okay, this is, again, like I've told you before, it's like the most pain comes before you birth something great. So it's coming to an end. All the, the numerology in here suggests that, as well as the outlay of the cards. And so this warns you again against trying to control everything, to manipulate things because you want everything to be perfect, because you have this image and you're so driven. You see this goal and you want to make it so, or you have, society has these standards of what life should look like, or success, or whatever it may be, the job title, whatever. And this suggests that you should stop trying to control everything and everyone and just let things happen as they are. Because when you do that and you start controlling, you don't have enough faith in the universe to provide you with your ultimate desires. And while you're not seeing it, everything comes in divine timing, okay? When we're actually ready to deal with it. It's better, to have what we want come later when we're ready than when we're not and we make a bigger mess of it, And so that's what this card suggests, that you've been, trying to control things to get the perfect world or the perfect life. Be content in the smaller joys in your life. Be content in, these are cups, they represent emotions. Be content, not content, be grateful. Be grateful for all the blessings that you may have, the love, the things that you can't really put a price on or that don't have a materialistic value. Be grateful, because that will bring more of what you want into your life. When your spirit is more at peace in your soul, okay, and you're not fighting so hard, and you're letting the universe and trusting in the universe to take care of you and to bless you, okay? Along with that, let's see. The Five of Coins, because I wanted a clarifier, because I felt like this was kind of negative in your outcome, and I wanted to know why it was you were feeling the need to control or to feel so perfect. So I pulled the Five of Pentacles, and what this talks about a lot is, like I've said before, this could be a dark period for you, and it's a winter season. No pun or anything like that, but this is a time for you to relax, to let the winter take over, because spring's coming. While everything seems dark right now, this is a time to hibernate, to take care of yourself. This card suggests loving yourself, self-love, self-care, because you're feeling left out in the cold. In the original Rider-Waite cards, the picture, the scene, is a character who is, it's a couple, it's two couples. Let me see if I can find it for you and show you guys what that looks like. Okay, this card right here, look, that looks really dreary, a lot more dreary than this, but maybe this is how you're feeling. Like something didn't pan out, something isn't going as perfect as you wanted. You're feeling left out in the cold, maybe by, this king down here who causes so much trouble or problems, or maybe is wonderful and passionate, but then he gets a fiery temper as well. And this card suggests be grateful. Be grateful for what you have, and this too shall pass. But you see this person on here has like a broken leg. Like, take care of yourself. Love yourself. Self-love will help you attract a lot more of the materialistic items that we love to have in life. Don't focus on your accolades. Don't be focused on your job title and what you're doing. Be grateful you have a job, be grateful you have a loving family, or maybe some things aren't exactly where you want them to be, but life comes at us as we can handle it. Usually we're given what we can handle, and sometimes we're not ready, and I know it doesn't seem like that, but later on I know you'll look back and be like, okay, good thing I didn't have that now when I wanted it, because I wasn't ready even though I thought I was, and it was better that I didn't make a mess of it or totally ruin it and get myself in a worse hole than where I'm already at. Okay, so just take care of yourself. Take care of yourself during this time, and heal, because you don't need to be getting sick from being out in the cold like this. You don't need to be stressed. You don't need, all of that tension and anxiety to be toxic, not only to you, but to those around you, because people pick up energies, and they sense your energies, and you guys are so fun and loving to be around. Really capture that spirit, especially around the holidays. People love the Sages. They're so fun, and they love beauty, and they're just a joy to be around. So, I have an aunt. My favorite aunt is a Sagittarius, and she's just amazing. It's so healing. So guys, really capture that you guys have, okay? And I know those are negative cards, but I pulled the Ace of Wands too, again, just to get a little bit more clarification on what you guys are going through. And now this is a fiery, passionate new beginning of some sort. Aces are always about new beginnings. So of course, naturally, when something ends, something begins. And, you know, this could be material and spiritual blessings coming to you. Okay, but you really have to take care of yourself, or that's not going to come, because you're going to continue to block those from coming into you, okay? Now, at the bottom of your deck, I did pull one more card, like an overall energy, or what's something you can do to maybe help you get back to what's in your heart and that soulful place of happiness, because it's easy to get caught up on the haves and have-nots of life and what others have, or how others appear to be living. You know, it's all a show usually, and they're not really happy. Happiness comes from within. And so my Sagittarius, this is it's a cup. I hope you can see it. This is the Six of Cups, and what this suggests is that two things. Your attitude or your mentality that has gotten you into this mess or this predicament or this situation could be from your past. Maybe it's a behavior you saw growing up. Maybe it could be rooted in, for example, maybe you didn't have a lot of money growing up and you told yourself, I would never be like that, right? Or whatever it may be. It could be from your childhood. So this card will help you get to the root of the problem here so that you can find your pure happiness again. Also, this card suggests that going back to the basics, this card for me usually represents going back to the basics. Our childhood loves. What was that you loved that made you happy when you didn't really understand the value of a dollar? You know, was it hanging out with your friends? Was it, you know, going to the park or the zoo? Or was it painting? What are your passions? What do you love? What makes your heart sing? You know, this girl's on a swing and she has her favorite teddy bear down here and her favorite rabbit and her horse, and it's full of play, you know, and she's just swinging until the sun goes down, you know? And that's what it suggests for us, getting back and recognizing what are the smaller things, you know, the little things that make us happy. That's where we find our truest joy in our, you know, some of our activities and things we're passionate about. It doesn't necessarily have to be making money. That never will make you happy, because you could always have more but just be just as empty inside. And so this is just a great way. Maybe analyze some family curses or family structures or family beliefs that maybe you have been conditioned for. Maybe it was a mentality of lack, you know, that like that poor man's mentality. And if you're focusing on like, I'll never be that, I'll never be that, I'll never be that, well, guess what? You're going to be that, you know, because you're focusing on the wrong things. Start being grateful, and that will open up the universe to continue to bless you. Because if you can't, it's like kids. If you can't be grateful for the toys you have now, why would your parents even, you know, buy you any more, right? Does that make sense? So be appreciative of what you have. That way, you know, the mothers and fathers of the universe won't continue to bless you if you can't appreciate what's right in front of you, right? Kind of makes sense. And so that's what this card suggests you doing. Go out and have fun. Smell the roses. Play. Let loose. Sagittarius, you guys are so fun-loving. You guys can usually, great dancers, by the way. Go out and dance if that's your thing. You know, go be with friends. Stop stressing so much about work or your job, because this Ace of Wands shows a new opportunity. Materialistic, so it could be a job, and spiritual. But the way you get that is getting back to the basics. Reaching down in the depths of your soul of what truly made you happy before you had all these expectations of the real world before you head to adult, right? So go ahead and go within and have fun. There's nothing wrong with that. Let your light shine. Let your God, that Sagittarius have such a fiery, passionate personality that just fun to be. I have several friends that are Sagittarius, and they are just so fun to be around when they're in their element. And when they're not worried about the money things, they're lovable, and they can make you laugh, and you just have a blast. So be that to someone, or find a friend that makes you feel that way. Go to the movies, go meet a friend for coffee, like I've said before, or tea, or even an adult beverage if you need it to take off the edge, Enjoy that. Catch up with a friend you haven't seen in a while, maybe a childhood friend that you used to play with, and reminisce about the past, And then in your alone time, recognize maybe why you are behaving or have these belief systems or structured, how society has conditioned you, how has our educational system, how have our parents conditioned us, to have these beliefs, and are they really aligned with what our soul wants? Okay, so this is a time for soul searching and for hibernate, and this winter for going back and reflecting. The moon also is about reflection, so go in and reflect. And sometimes I know what we see in the mirror is not pretty, there's some things we don't like about ourselves or whatever, and sometimes we don't want to look, but don't stay in the past. Just reflect and reassess, and then come back stronger. Okay, thank you so much, Sag. This has been your reading, and again, if this resonated, great. If it didn't, and you would like a personal reading, I'll leave my contact info below. And what is it? Like, share, subscribe, right? I hope I didn't feel like I'm forgetting something, but I know you guys are understanding. This is very, very nerve-wracking, but thank you so much. Again, I'm Gypsy Knight, and I've been reading for the stars. So I would love to read for you as well. Feel free to hit up my inbox or message me or leave a comment. And until mid-December, and for those that have birthdays at the end of this month, happy birthday. And I will talk to you next month. Thank you so much, guys, for allowing me to be in your lives and to do a reading for you. Okay, bye.